Greetings, gentle viewers. It's the weekend in Persona 5, and by now, you know what that means. It's time for us to pound on Kawakami. I mean...
damn it, I didn't know you were into that.
That is not what I meant, and you know it. We are gonna do Kawakami, but...
But first, there's something we need to talk about Mishima related. You ever notice how as you stated last episode, he just kind of gets crapped on in his confidant events?
Yeah, like
he got stood up by the fangirls, his past came back to haunt him, and he does say he has all this confidence, but there's still like a bit of that weakness there, and especially since the last ability we got was Mishima's desperation. It starts with Mishima's support, goes to Mishima's enthusiasm, and then it's Mishima's desperation. I mean, the next one is fanboy, which has a slightly more positive connotation to it, but it just seems like it's been getting steadily less emotionally positive as we went on.
You could even argue that fanboy is less emotionally positive as well.
Yeah. Just feel bad for the poor guy.
When he shows up in scenes outside of his own confidant events, he's generally the butt of jokes still.
He's the butt of the Oya situation, and he chickened out when the first Kawakami.
He ends up being like kind of the guy with some grand ideas, but not quite the guts necessary to go all the way through.
Yeah.
But it ends up making him look kind of bad. That's a really good point. It's like falling, in a sense, he's falling deeper into darkness. I mean, I suppose that's sort of where his confidant events may be going.
Oh, falling into darkness, huh?
Well,
what if he's the last target?
You know,
Wouldn't that be interesting?
He might be the last target, for his final confidant event.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty interesting way to do it. I realized something else. We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
Oh, I'm We Squared.
I'm the Opinionator, and let's go ahead and get to Kawakami.
Yes. It's Becky. Just kidding. I told you this already, but I've been deceiving you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She said go away last time after admitting the truth.
Yeah, but she always says that.
Well, yeah, there's nothing new about that, but she'd admitted the truth that she was really just doing this, using and lying to Jito for the money.
Yeah, but we still think there's something else to it, because that was a pretty specific amount that she asked for. She's got to be in debt somehow. Just not the way she said.
No. I don't think there's anything bad going on. I mean, I think she's a victim.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think she's doing anything bad at all. She clearly needs help and support or something, but...
Sorry again. So stop spending your money on me.
Why are you texting me like this, then?
Got it? Wink, wink. What? Are you serious?
If you text me and tell me not to request you, I'ma request you!
The rebelliousness of youth. Fine, I'll be right there. I'll have to keep teaching you until you understand. What does that mean?
If you really wanted me to not request you anymore, then you wouldn't text me, or when I did this, you would say no.
Yeah! I mean, I guess if we requested her from her business, she has to come.
Well, she could say no, but she's not gonna do that.
Are you serious? I told you the story about my sick little sister was a lie.
Yeah?
You know you're being used for money, and you still request me?
Well, you need help, and frankly, I care about you due to the situation that's happened and what I have learned. You know, how can you not be concerned for her? Besides, your abilities are great!
No, that's not the one we should pick. I think that one.
That is what I was saying anyway.
Yeah.
We'll probably screw it all up like we always do, but hey, New Game Plus. Well,
right?
I guess we won't need to worry about it on it. Anyway, I do want to know more.
Huh? What good would that do? No notes for you.
It would help me understand why you keep coming.
Yeah. You really are one strange kid.
You're really one strange teacher.
Fair enough. I'm a mediocre teacher and a mediocre maid.
Hey, when she has fun teaching, when she has the classroom questions, she ends up having a lot of fun and having this big bright smile.
Yeah.
She actually clearly does really like teaching. She's just beaten down in ways we still don't know.
Yeah. And yet, you listen to everything I have to say.
Well, you are a teacher. It kind of makes it easy to do that.
You're the complete opposite of me. I don't even properly attend to my students' needs. That's not what I'm talking about. Dots.
What? Why, teacher?
So...
Money is actually...
I really have been wanting to know what this is.
an apology.
Huh.
What?
Who is she apologizing to?
There was a student named Takase at the school I taught at before Shujin.
Uh-huh.
Takase-kun was considered a problem child, since he had the lowest grades and skipped school a lot.
Right.
So I was put in charge of guiding him, or rather, pushing him to transfer to another school.
That is disgusting!
Yup.
Like, oh no, this one student who is a problem child is actually causing our numbers, our school's stats to go down, so we have to get rid of this student. That is freaking disgusting! Ugh.
Well, no wonder she's so beaten down.
If she's been forced to have to do stuff like this for such a long time, that is unacceptable. What do you think the education system is for? You're supposed to not let kids fall through the cracks, not stuff them in there yourself.
Ooh, that's a good way of putting it.
But as we've seen in this wonderful world of Persona 5, all the darkest aspects of society are ramped up, not to 11, but more like 28.
Yeah.
Look at Shujin.
Seriously.
Shujin has got to be the worst place.
But when I got to know him, I realized he wasn't a problem child after all.
There really are kids who are a problem. And that's really sad. But like 99.999999% of them aren't.
Right.
It's like they need help. It's not like a teacher can do everything for the kids. It's not like a teacher can solve everything for the kids. But they have to be able to do something.
Yeah. In fact, he was working several part-time jobs just so he could cover his living expenses.
And that was it. That's why he was skipping school a lot. That's why his grades were bad, because he was trying to take care of his family. And I mean, at least a guy, I'm assuming, was in high school. High school isn't mandatory in Japan. It's not actually mandatory in the US.
Huh.
But it's not mandatory. But so the fact that, and you have to pay in Japan a lot of the time.
I see.
So it's not, and there's the entrance requirements.
Right.
So it's not that, like, he was even trying to be in high school. It wasn't going so well for him, but it's like, if it was that bad, he could have not gone to school.
Yeah.
The mere fact that he was trying to go to school while doing this, and the school should have been aware of this. I'm not trying to trivialize the capabilities of a teacher, or what a teacher or a school can do for a kid. It's complicated, it's difficult. That's not really what I'm trying to talk about. I'm saying the answer is something positive.
Yeah.
Something greater than zero.
Yeah.
Okay? But a school, if he was that much of a problem, then the school should have looked into it and found out why it was a problem and seen if there was something they could do. And
Instead of casting him aside.
Yes, and I'd like to believe that in the real world, most places you go, that is what's going to happen. They're at least going to try. Even if they fail, they're at least going to try. But this, I mean, you guys can tell, this really makes me angry.
His relatives took him in when his parents died, so he had to make money to support himself.
Oh, that's terrible!
He couldn't attend school every day, but he was motivated to study. That's why I decided to tutor him.
It's just like you said, this is why she's so beaten down.
Yeah, how could she get too enthusiastic about teaching after that?
She tried her hardest for this kid, and I mean, we don't know the outcome of it, but it just wrecked.
Well, assuming, presumably it didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't have a positive outcome, because, I mean, sadly, in life, sometimes you fail. Sometimes things don't work out the way you want. Sometimes it's circumstances, and sometimes, as painful as it may be to admit, sometimes it's your fault.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet he remembers that she tried.
Yeah, I'm sure that Takase has no problems with what Kawakami did.
Yeah.
But it's like the failure, the fact that it failed, plus that the school was pushing her in the wrong direction.
Now she's working under Kobayakawa.
God.
After I started working with him, his grades started to improve. Slowly but surely. But I was told that it was wrong to only help certain students and not others. You help the people who need it! That's how it works!
Exactly that, yes.
If a student's making good grades, they don't need help!
Well, that's not true either.
I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
I mean, tutoring may not be the right way to help a child like that.
True.
And it's not like teachers or schools need to be responsible for taking care of every little facet of their students, because they can't. That's not even feasible. The primary people who raise their child are their parents or their guardians in this case.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not criticizing what happened with Takase or like his guardians, like his relatives. I don't know. I'm not trying to say things that I'm not saying. But if a student does reach out for help, it's like, I know you can't help everyone, but if a student does reach out for help, why can't you at least try? Why is that bad?
Then a strange rumor about him being a juvenile delinquent began to circulate.
Oh, this is familiar, isn't it?
And on top of that, I got called into the principal's office.
How dare you exert effort on behalf of one of your students? You should be exerting effort on the students who don't need the help.
The students who are proper and will propel the school's
numbers, statistics to greatness.
Yeah.
I mean, look, sometimes those kids need help too. I mean, kids who have big social problems, even if they're performing very well, like, you shouldn't ignore that either.
He threatened me, saying that I'd be dismissed if I continued to tutor Takase-kun.
That is just ridiculous. How terrible! But you probably knew I'd pick that.
Right? Yeah. But you could say the same about me. I got scared of losing my job and of having rumors spread about me.
Oh, that's... You're only human.
Yeah.
Like, what... If she lost her job, then...
She wouldn't be able to help him.
And she wouldn't be able to be employed as a teacher again.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, you've got to take care of yourself.
She shouldn't have had to be put in a position to make that choice.
Yes, that's exactly it.
So, I canceled our upcoming tutoring sessions.
I mean, this is basically like the pain and difficulty, the realistic pain and realistic difficulty of life.
Yeah.
Most people at some point are going to be put in a truly awful situation, and this was one.
Takase-kun was on his way to one of his part-time jobs when I told him. Out of all days, it was New Year's Eve, and it had been pouring rain all day.
Geez, maybe you should have waited a few days.
Oh God. And he died in a car crash. He sounded so depressed when I told him that I couldn't tutor him anymore. But then he said that it was no big deal because he had to work anyway, so I wouldn't feel bad. If only I had kept my promise to him.
Well, a lot of things about Kawakami make sense. No wonder she doesn't want to put out too much effort, and no wonder...
Yeah.
Like, not just at teaching, but... like, in her relationships with students, and even with this, it's like she teases him and everything, but this is why she keeps pushing back, because she doesn't want to get too close, because she feels like she killed him.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is that from her perspective, in terms of how she processed it emotionally at the time and how it's still haunting her, not like realistically, you know, but the worst part is he wasn't angry at her for it.
Yeah.
And that, because it's like, if he was angry, then she could have... I'm trying to think of a way to explain it right, or to articulate it properly. If you were in some sort of a bad situation, like an altercation with somebody,
right?
Like a verbal altercation or something, and the hostility is coming on both sides,
right?
It's like, it feels more justified.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
like
I know exactly
with
what you mean.
Family member, because it's like your conscience kind of feels like you have to defend yourself.
Yeah,
sort of. I can't say this.
I understand what you're trying to say.
I can't articulate it very well, but it's like, that must have been the worst thing for her, that he wasn't even mad. That makes her feel even more like she killed her. Him, whatever. Pronouns going crazy because I can't figure out who's referring to what. It's no one's fault. It isn't.
Takase-kun was exhausted from the tutoring sessions and working at all his part-time jobs. His guardians blamed me for the accident, saying it was all my fault that he was so tired.
Ugh! If anybody's to blame, it's probably them.
Yeah, if that's how they're reacting. They're probably trying to get the money out of her.
You might be right.
She said it was an apology.
I suppose we'll find out momentarily. I can see that it would be reasonable to lash out at everything upon like the pain of losing basically your child at this point, but I think you're right. Let's just wait to see. Yeah.
They said that they were going to sue me and take the issue to the media and Board of Education.
Oh God, it's even worse. They're like completely trying to destroy her life.
I wouldn't have been accused of a crime, but if word had gotten out, the school would have been done for.
And Kawakami's career. So naturally, this wonderful school that she was at, what did they do? They wanted to get rid of problem students, so here's a problem teacher, boot!
Yep. I wanted to continue teaching, no matter what. So I ended up paying them the apology money so they wouldn't sue me or say anything.
Ugh! It is their fault!
They're completely to blame.
Guardians, huh?
It was my indecisiveness that backed him into a corner, and I blame myself every day.
You're wrong. It's not your fault.
I know paying them isn't going to bring him back, but it's the only way I can atone for my sins.
No, it isn't. It's just encouraging that type of behavior. How many years has it been? It's been a few years? It couldn't have been that long.
Well, right, because she's young.
I mean, 3, 4, 5 years she's been paying these people?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, are they even going to be satisfied with the amount?
I get that they're doing it, or I get that she's doing it for her conscience, but it's misplaced. This is awful. I really do feel really awful for her.
I hope we can pay her. Like, give her $100,000.
I'm not giving them a red cent!
Oh. It seems like his guardians are satisfied with our agreement, so...
That's why they call it harass, right? Yeah. No! I do not accept this!
See? Nothing good ever comes from getting involved with me.
And you shut up. Don't talk like that!
I have to keep my distance to avoid hurting others, so I don't meddle in my students' lives.
Oh, God.
I've been coming here because of a random twist of fate, but we should say goodbye as well.
I'm not even sure what the best thing to do is.
You need to get angry at her.
I mean, it's for her sake.
Yeah!
She'll never be able to move on with her own life like this.
Never.
And look at how miserable it's making her.
Man, none of these responses.
I don't like any of these.
Because...
No.
It's too late now?
It's too late now.
That's the best one. That's the best one.
No. That's just stupid. That's just selfish and fetishy.
Yeah.
No. Now that you've told me that...
You're stuck with me now, honey.
I'm afraid you can't get rid of me. Not only that, but I'm a fan of thieves, so...
What are their names again? Just kidding.
I bet we might just find some palaces.
Or go to Mementos.
Oh, I know that there's no way we'd ever be able to go to every palace of everybody that ever comes up. That's why we have to stop Mementos. But you don't suppose poor Kawakami has a palace, do you?
Why would she have a palace? I don't...
Grief?
But...
The desire to atone for something that's completely unjust while knowing deep down that the situation is complete and total bullshit.
It would just be her in the palace, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would there even be enemy shadows?
Well, maybe they would be something like guarding her heart. Like, no.
But like, because she isn't victimizing anyone else.
No, she's not. But is that a requirement for having a palace?
No, it is a distorted desire.
Oh, does that mean that they're gonna Okay, it's just a hypothesis to be sure. But are we gonna run into palaces
that are like towers where they're locked up inside?
Oh, that's a really good way to put it. Like a tower, yeah. People who aren't victimizing anybody, but are
victimizing themselves.
Yeah, are still subject to this distortion.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be the target of the Phantom Thieves?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would prioritize taking out people who are hurting others.
Right.
Oh.
But if they want to help people the most...
I wonder if that would qualify you for a palace. All it is a distorted desire, and in Kawakami's case, I mean, it may not be so strong.
Yeah.
But in Kawakami's case, it's a distorted desire to hate herself.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dang.
it's too late now. I know what I would do in this situation, or I know what some of my options would be.
Yeah.
Which is to go find those guardians.
Seriously.
But, I mean, like I said, we're the Phantom Thieves. We help people.
Yeah.
And this situation, you need the help.
Mm-hmm. Nakamura-kun, you're really not the type to back down, are you?
Backing down has never gotten Jiro Nakamura anything.
Haha, I guess we're in this together, now that I told you the whole story, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like paying these people, but I don't mind paying you.
I'll see what I can do about the other teachers so you get free periods with them too.
It'd be nice if I got one for once. We still haven't had one.
I look forward to continuing our relationship.
It would be best if Jiro doesn't have to do anything about this at all except encourage Kawakami.
Yeah,
To change it herself, to fix it herself.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen.
To not be possessed by the ghosts of her past. Of her own guilt.
Yeah. Alrighty, time to clean. I'm going to put more energy into it than usual today. She takes 2 swipes with the broom and is like, I'm done.
More like she takes some swipes with the broom and isn't really facing, so we can't see that she's probably crying.
Yeah.
I'm such a big softie that if I were doing this by myself, I probably would have been crying. At least a little bit. Uh-huh. A lot of dust, huh?
Oh my. This room is so dusty.
Isn't it?
Even though I wipe the place squeaky clean every visit. I don't think you do, but... Well, I guess it's all for you, Master. I'll work hard to earn my keep.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head. She was totally crying. Oh, wow. It's so dusty. If my cough is already this bad. Oh. Oh no, what if she's getting sick? Because she's overworking herself?
That could happen, I suppose.
Maybe we'd be better off tearing this place down than trying to clean it.
Ha, isn't that right, Master? Is where that's coming from. God, poor thing.
Well, the chicness of this room is truly its charm, so let's keep it as is.
Miss Kawakami, even if the room is clean, I'm still going to call.
Alright, I have to go.
Thank you so much.
I'll be eagerly awaiting your next request, Master.
To pull out of this situation just a little bit, because obviously we went kind of berserk there. What is kind of sad about these is once we finish the event, then it's like, okay, I'll never talk to you ever again.
Right?
But that's the way these things work. It's a game.
Class is starting.
Let's begin, class. We'll continue from last time.
What's with this weird camera angle? Is he gonna throw more chalk or something?
Well...
Ahem. Mr. Ushimaru, please come to the faculty office at once. What?
Maybe we are about at that deadline, huh? So... I hadn't been looking at the calendar.
I don't know what business this is. You'd better study on your own until I return.
Hey, if it would give me knowledge, I would! But it's time to stick our noses into things.
Nope, I bet it's Kawakami giving you a free period.
Oh, you're right!
That's why I
we
used
didn't
her voice.
We didn't even think about it.
That's why I used her voice.
Yo, you called it too. That voice, hey! Wasn't that Kawakami in the PA? There's no way that announcement was real. It must have been the signal.
Quick, dive out the window!
Kawakami's graciously given us this free time, so we'd better put it to good use. I like how 5 minutes ago we were complaining that we'd never gotten anything.
What do you want to do?
Okay, so we've only got a
That's
couple
how
of
it
things
works.
we can
Okay.
do, but this is great. This is all I really would want to do anyway, not sleep. That's stupid.
Why would you do that?
All right. We have, over this episode and the previous one, basically been talking the entire time. We're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit.
Just a little.
We're probably lying, of course. Anyway, as far as this goes, you know, I've been saying this whole time, well, of course I'd study if I had it to myself, so how can I not study? So I'm gonna study.
Pa, how boring. You're in school.
Nice.
Looking at An here, it looks like even An is studying.
I know, right? Everyone else is goofing off.
How fascinating that An is studying.
Well, she's one of the people that needs it.
Well, I mean, I guess she's just like an average student.
Yeah.
But I like that she's taking it seriously.
God, they don't even know who called me out. Anyway, time to resume the lesson.
So Kawakami's strategy was just to cause chaos in the school to get you some extra time?
Why would she care about the higher-up hierarchies of this frickin' school?
Absolutely! That is the truest thing that one can say about Kawakami. Why should she give a crap about how well this school is run?
Uh-huh.
This school is garbage. And so, why not?
Exactly.
Puh, what is the education system, or what does she owe the education system of Japan?
Nothing.
She owes them not a damn thing.
Super housekeeping? She can make infiltration tools? I'm not going to ask why you need these lockpicks or like Molotov cocktails, but if you want me to make them...
I'm going to ask how you know how to make them!
I don't want to talk about that part of my past.
You are such a fascinating person!
Oh my god.
Yeah! Finally!
Oh,
In time for finals, too.
thank god.
Now, if we can only get charm and kindness up. Ooh, do we get to go to a movie tomorrow?
Oh yes, that's usually what happens here, isn't it?
Who's it gonna be? Don't be Mishima.
Let's go somewhere tomorrow. I'm the only one who wants to hang out with you.
Yeah, I know! He keeps sending us texts like, hey, can we hang out? Don't forget about me. And we're like, shut up and go away.
We've been busy lately, so I want to be able to at least relax on Sunday. Where would be a good place to go?
Movie!
I know. Want to try going to the fishing pond in Ichigaya?
I want to go to a movie, but okay.
Hey,
So I was thinking about the future, with you as the leader and me as your right-hand man.
So apparently this spot is at an old Edo palace. I've actually been to a Japanese palace in Kyoto.
Uh-huh.
It was really cool. Like it looks like exactly what you think, because it's an old Japanese palace.
Right. Hey, doesn't meeting in a place like this look like we're talking some shady business? I like it.
Dive right in, buddy. This is shady.
I like that gangster-looking guy in the back, like the back right.
Oh yeah!
He's like smoking and he's got like a biker vest on. Like, we're regular high school Like, we're regular high school students during the day, but at night, you know what I mean? Man, this is getting me pumped up. It's just fishing, for Christ's sake. Man, the fish ain't biting. The float hasn't moved at all.
I wouldn't mind eating some fish.
If only there was a master fisher around, then we could steal their ideas.
I mean, shouldn't practice be What are you doing? Did you see him
Yeah,
just
he was
like
doing the mouth. Yeah.
bop?
Whoa, that's Kawakami, isn't it? What's she doing here?
Is she a master fisherman?
Oh crap, she's coming this way. Quick, hide under the crate.
Why? We're not doing anything wrong.
Jeez.
Two boys at the fishing pond on a Sunday, huh?
Boys will be boys. Ha 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 ha.
Why are you sitting around like old men? Why don't you go out and do something more exciting? You're in my fishing spot. Move. Look who's talking. Adults need time to unwind themselves. Excuse me. Adults need time to themselves to unwind and clear our thoughts. You'll understand soon enough when you start working in the real world.
So is she gonna sit down like the old delinquent, like the delinquent guy back there, and just start smoking while fishing away?
Wow, sounding real old there, Kawakami. That's Miss Kawakami to you. Oh, she's just sitting over there.
For real?
Holy crap! Kawakami could be our fishing master. Master Fisher, Jiro. I don't understand what's wrong with me.
Do you need new glasses already?
I guess, I don't know. Am I dyslexic? She's hooking fish like crazy.
That's awesome!
It's easy. Just clear your mind and free yourself from negative thoughts.
You can actually do that? I'm really glad that you can free your mind from negative thoughts.
She has to have something or she'd just collapse.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, she's basically she's working herself to death to try and buy off her guilt.
Yeah.
Which is just the most depressing thing.
So the trick is not to think.
Uh-oh.
By that metric, I should be a master. How am I supposed to do that?
He's never tried to figure out how not to think.
I guess you're right, it just comes naturally. Accept the grim reality of society. Let go of all worldly desires. No, screw that last one. Do the top one.
Okay. It's gonna get a better result anyway.
Yeah.
Why, Ryuji, you should know what to do. Let go of all worldly desires.
I see.
Oh.
So if I tell myself I don't want any fish...
Oh.
Nope, not gonna work. I'm asking for tips because I want to get fish. It's a nice, sunny day. I didn't think I'd be stuck fishing with you two on my day off.
Your only day off, right?
Two troublemakers and their no good teacher. I guess we're perfect for each other. Are you hitting on me? She keeps getting fish even as she nags. I'm impressed.
You know, Kawakami isn't even Ryuji's teacher, too.
You're right.
Too bad.
I know.
She'd be a good homeroom teacher for Ryuji.
Yeah.
Call her Master Kawakami.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We finally got one right.
I know. Once again, it's Ms. Kawakami.
I like it, Ms. Well, it seems as though this time around with Yoshida, rather than just doing another speech, we're at a high-end sushi bar discussing something important, and Yoshida wanted us there, so here we are.
Well, that's the grandson of,
Yeah,
what's
it
his
is.
face? You can't remember his name either!
Kunamoto!
Ah, very well done!
However, the government's overall approval rating is dangerously low.
Yes.
I'll be sure to proceed with caution. Considering that the grandson of my former teacher is showing me such kindness.
Now, last time we talked to Yoshida, he wasn't sure whether he was asked to drop out by Benzo here.
No. It was the other Matsuhida.
Oh no, you're right. You're
It was
right. You're
Matsushita.
right. He was asked to drop out of the election because he couldn't win.
Yeah, and to be like an underling of Matsushita.
But in exchange, he was going to get his name cleared. So at least there was that. It wasn't like a really raw deal, but it was, difficult to decide how to proceed.
Yeah.
So I guess what Yoshida decided to do was to decline that offer and go somewhere else. We'll see what we got here.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'd like to discuss a personal matter. Allow me to be frank.
No, your name is Benzo.
I will be running for my grandfather's seat in the coming election.
I see. Congratulations.
I suppose Benzo is the candidate that Matsushita
Yeah.
said the party was running.
Yeah.
I held a low-level position in the party's executive office, but I'm new to candidacy, so I was hoping you could educate me on how to run an election campaign.
Wow.
However,
Well, I was planning on running myself, and I don't believe that I'm qualified to teach you.
I've heard that you've been working harder than anyone these past 20 years.
Well, the first step is to not do something really stupid in your past.
Well, Benzo's got that covered, but Yoshida was going to run himself.
I know. Well, I did have a lot of free time after I lost the election. Study is all an amateur can do.
I suppose where they're currently going with this is the skills that he does have are immensely valuable to others.
Yeah.
But I mean, the question is he going to make that comeback and win an election? Or is he going to find a place using what he's learned through the fruits of his labor and after having displayed that genuine heart to other people who may feel similarly? So either is acceptable. I think we get less of the sort of cliche movie trope if he does not run.
Right.
Amateur? You're a veteran, if anything. Besides, you have experience teaching him, right?
That's correct, but he doesn't talk very much.
Are you kidding? I never shut up! Best sign holder in the...
Wherever.
In Kanto. Your reputation has greatly improved around the executive office recently, and my grandfather has expressed his intent on making peace with you now.
Wow. I'd be happy to bury the hatchet with Mr. Kuramoto right in his forehead. I mean, what? But I'm not worthy to join his group again.
I thought you would find these conditions favorable. So, I ask that you keep what I'm about to tell you a secret.
Oh.
You notice he's just been pounding back the drink,
Yeah.
too.
You.
Sorry, could you give us a moment, Nakamura-kun?
Damn! No, I'd like for your favorite pupil to hear this, too.
Oh. Wait a moment. Is your plan to involve him so that I can't decline?
And see, the first thing that Yoshida does is he tries to protect Jito. He's
Yeah.
like, no, he's not under threat, right? You're not messing around with this, right? And that's his first instinct, and he hesitated. He didn't hesitate. The moment he thought of it, that was the first thing he jumped to. That speaks nothing but good for him. He takes care of his people.
Right.
I simply trust his discretion. The Kuramoto group is planning to move forward with a political realignment.
Are you saying that you're going to secede from the Liberal Co-Prosperity Party?
With the government in a weakened state, now's our chance. As such, I want to emphasize our unity.
I see.
And so you've come to me, a former member of the Kuramoto children. But my views differ from those of the Kuramoto group, and I don't intend on changing them.
I understand. However, you won't be able to put those beliefs into action if you don't get elected. Nakamura-kun, could you talk some sense into him? You'll benefit as well. We made our feelings about this clear last time. At first, I thought it was pretty positive, but then after thinking about it some more, it's like this is just the system sucking you in.
Yeah.
This is just... It isn't nearly so extreme as this, we think, but it's just like what happened with Kaneshiro.
Yeah.
Kaneshiro, hated the system and wanted to fight the system, and through fighting the system...
Became the system.
Yes, became the system. This is the same thing. Whatever the intentions are through this, Yoshida will... this path
His
of
credibility
going with
will be just smacked down.
Yeah, this only is the path to ruin for Yoshida. He'll be miserable. He'll just completely be miserable.
Yeah. We've finally gotten him to stand up for himself and accept no good Torah.
Yeah, so you should decline. And you know that.
You think so too, You're not I was about to say inhibited. You're not intimidated, even by the grandson of a big-time Diet member.
They're just regular people like anybody else.
Yeah.
Why should you be frightened of them?
I appreciate your offer, but I must respectfully decline.
So you're okay with being no good Torah forever?
No good Torah may have been the best thing to happen to me.
Well, I guess it is gonna go this way, huh? Call him Yoshida-san.
Yeah.
Light it on fire, stick it where the sun don't shine, and leap off a tall building. And detonate in midair.
Nakamura-kun.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that either. Looks like you chose the wrong politician to follow.
Talking good praise up until I said no,
That's not for you to decide, bomb man!
Try to understand that he has his own beliefs.
I'm a radical, yo! My apologies. I made a slip of the tongue, and in front of your secretary, no less. I don't need an answer right away. If you want to show deference to my grandfather, please let me know.
Ooh, trying to make it so that it's a way to reconcile with Kuramoto.
Yeah, I mean, this is hitting him right where it hurts. There's a long-standing Japanese tradition. I mean, saying it like this is kind of corny.
Right.
But in Japan, showing deference to your elders, especially like your elders in a sort of
field?
organization, that's like extremely important. So that's
We're rebels.
We are, and that includes Yoshida. I already took care of the bills, so enjoy. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What's the point in getting elected if it means sacrificing your beliefs?
Yes!
I bet when push came to shove, Kuramoto-kun intended to lure you in.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Seeing the weak point via which to strike. It's not... See, the thing is I don't believe that what these guys are doing isn't genuine.
Right.
But it's true that they have their best interests in mind, not Yoshida.
Even if what they're doing is genuine, that doesn't excuse them utilizing the same tactics that others have used to detriment.
Yeah, this is the sort of thing that Yoshida is fighting against.
Yeah.
In a way, he's waging war with his own past. And whether he wins the election or loses it,
Yeah.
I kind of hope he loses.
I know what you mean.
Just to dodge the corniness. I'm not opposed to camp or cheesiness or corniness all the time, but
It's possible that if he loses, it'll still turn out really good for him.
exactly. Also, if you lose by smaller and smaller margins, it'll get your name out there enough.
Yep. He probably didn't expect me to remain so calm after he showed me his trump card.
That's because I'm backing you up, buddy.
And I appreciate that. I feel surprisingly at ease whenever you're with me, like that time with Matsushita.
I apologize.
I'm truly indebted to you for all you've done for me, but I must ask that you continue to help me.
Well, they clearly don't want to face you in an election, so...
I know, right?
Fortunately, there are no election calendars, and, just in a couple of weeks, that's when this is going to happen, right? Because that's how elections work, right?
All right.
From the way he was acting, I'd swear Kuramoto-kun was hiding something.
I'm sure they were.
Let's say we go.
My apologies. We're done eating, so let's go home. Yes! Fend Kuramoto off using only your words. That's how it was.
Yeah!
Yeah! Even better!
Considering what we've been talking about, we may as well do more Mishima.
Yes!
This is the last one we have available until we do more Mementos, so we
Right,
may as well
right.
get it out of the way.
Lay it on us, Mishima.
Hey!
I have some great info for you, even though it seems like you only ever act on it like once a month. And the way I talk about the site and everything seems like I'm constantly giving you information and leads, and nothing really ever materializes with most of them.
Stop being so meta!
Oh, sorry. Okay, I got some great info, man.
I'm everywhere!
Yeah, one day we'll even hang out with you again. It's about the next target for the Phantom Thieves.
Do go on.
This one's massive. You sure are fired up, man.
Yeah, the top was kind of a jerk thing.
Well, of course! We've got a huge target on our hands. This is the guy. He's a handsome young actor who's been rapidly gaining popularity lately.
I love the way he flourishes his phone out when he shows you the targets.
Yeah, absolutely, like dun-ta-ta!
Yeah.
I'm jealous of his looks and his popularity with girls, so that means he totally has a palace, so we have to go after him. He's great at acting, has solid conversational skills. He's even been in all sorts of commercials, that vile fiend. If you manage to change his heart, everyone will have to start paying attention to the Phantom Thieves.
So what's he guilty of?
What, wrongdoing?
Yes.
Does that matter?
Yes?
He's gotta be doing some shady stuff. I just know it.
Mishima.
I feels it in my bones.
You usually Uh-huh.
And no, I'm not just saying that out of jealousy, regardless of what those two commenters are saying.
Mishima, come on, man.
I heard a rumor that a famous idol fell into his clutches. You need to act on behalf of her fans!
Which totally doesn't include you, does it?
It's Misei, of course. You must save Misei from this evil, charismatic man! Misei is mine!
Calm yourself, Mishima.
Yeah. I am calm!
I don't believe you.
And thinking about it from my calm standpoint, I believe you guys can benefit from changing his heart.
Alright, show me the thread on the website that says this.
I mean, this would be the best publicity possible for you guys. Getting involved in celebrity culture? Celebrity feuds? Come on! Aren't I an amazing producer? Just you wait, I'm gonna put the Phantom Thieves on the map. You'll practically be swimming in requests.
What?
Well, his motivation is growing stronger, but
His judgment might be,
getting a little worse.
yeah.
Well, what were we saying, though?
You're right.
Like, Mishima is sort of...
We did ask what the corruption angle would be in his thread. Maybe he's gonna become corrupt.
Oh.
All right.
Maybe Mishima is starting to sort of get sucked up into the system.
Yeah.
So to speak. Making the Phantom Thieves part of the system.
Yeah. Well, he's the only moderator and runner of the fan site.
I mean, I don't think he's doing something wrong per se.
No.
But like, we'll consider the mysterious man or man in black or whatever it was this person was called. Couldn't you say that the man in black is the way that a Persona user would interact with the so-called corrupt system?
Yeah.
That this game
No, I
seems
see what
to
you're
be
saying.
establishing?
Yeah.
So that's right. I'm the producer for the famous Phantom Thieves. I'm not boring. I'm not a zero.
What's that? I feel like I'm in a palace.
Hey, take out your phone.
Yes.
Do we need to explain a few really important things to Mishima?
Maybe.
I just sent you that actor's data.
Yeah, he's pushing this.
Why? Don't worry, this request will boost your popularity, guaranteed. After all, I'm the only reason you guys have gotten this far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh no.
I guess he is on his way to being a Memento's target himself.
Mishima.
I don't want to crap all over him. The fact is that I do support the guy. I really like Mishima, but this...
He's going too far with this. Because he never really... He just said, like, the idol fell into his clutches.
Yeah.
Nothing beyond that.
Yeah, God, how to answer this? Are you sure?
No.
I think you mean yes, that's right! You just don't know about all the stuff I do for you guys! The Phantom Thieves' success is thanks to me! And the Phantom Thieves are changing the world. That means I'm changing the world.
Yup.
I'm the one who's responsible for this.
Excuse me, can you hold that nail steady so I can...
That means I'm not a zero. Make sure you check the info I sent you. I'll let you know once I found out some more details.
See you around.
Mishima, no.
That is really not the direction I was seeing his confidant art going.
Right? Well, I guess we'll end this episode the way we started, by talking about Mishima.
God, poor guy.
Things aren't going good for really any of our confidants right now, is it? Except for Yoshida, of course.
Well, yeah, it's just in Yoshida he's facing like a tough challenge.
Yeah, but he's not, like, beat down by it.
Not in the slightest. If anything, he's still more elevated.
Whereas Kawakami and Mishima,
Well, on that wonderful and depressing note, we've only got 4 more days till the story picks up, so more confidants ahead until we get there.
later, guys! Here it is! What we were waiting for, David!
Change. of heart.
Change of heart, change of heart,
We
change of
must
heart,
wait
change of
for
heart,
the
change of heart, change of heart,
of
change of heart.
heart.